another episode of Cat
Hello.
and Woof Talk, and we are talking today about the freaking Joker, baby.
No.
The freaking Joker,
No.
baby. Yeah, that's me. I'm the freaking Joker, baby.
No.
Joker Part 2. Folie adieu.
Is that how you say it?
En France.
In France?
Folie adieu.
Mm.
And this is going to be the second entry into the Todd Phillips Joker universe. The grim, dark, Logan, taxi driver version of Joker that everybody is
Yeah, say all the references.
so enamored by. What are your thoughts?
Lady Gaga's not going to be a good Joker. Oops, Harley.
A good Harley Quinn. It seems like it's kind of understated. Her performance is...
Well, first of all, they changed the character. She's in the Arkham Asylum already. She's not a psychiatrist, like she originally was.
Yeah, she was originally an Arkham Asylum psychiatrist who falls for the freaking Joker baby.
No.
And becomes his love interest. And this, it looks like she is a fellow patient. But that's the thing about the Todd Phillips version of Joker, is it's supposed to be more grounded in reality. And I guess they thought it would be more realistic.
For him to fall in love with another psychiatric patient?
Versus falling in love with a psychiatrist, yeah.
It's dumb.
I don't know. To me, there have been a lot of different Joker backstories. People talk about the version of the Joker from The Killing Joke. I don't know how many different Harley Quinn backstories
There's not
there
a lot.
have been.
There's been like 2.
I don't know. I haven't read all of the comics. I'm sure there's
so many Batman comics.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a variety of ways to play the character, and that there have been a variety of stories. You know, that's why there are so many different universes.
There's one where someone, I forget who it was, someone falls into a vat of acid. I'm pretty sure it's the Joker.
That was The Killing Joke, I think, does that version. And then that was also done in the Batman movie.
Yeah.
That was directed by Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I think that was Batman Returns. I think it was Batman Returns.
Oh, no. I've watched a few of the Batmans. I haven't watched them all.
Regardless. Point being...
I don't think the Joker should also be a musical.
We've seen a lot of different versions of the Joker. I think it's an interesting decision. It's going to be one of those things where it's either going to work really well or it's going to work not at all and going to fall completely on its face. But it's going to be one or the other. And I think that it could work well. I think that it could be an interesting direction to take the characters in.
Also, from the trailer, the first 3 notes sound like Willy Wonka. Come with me.
Yeah, but it's what the world needs now.
Literally
Love,
sounds like
sweet
come
love.
with me.
Yeah, I did think that there was going to be a Willy Wonka thing from that intro at first. I was like, that's really out of place.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes sense. It's a love story after all. It is Joker.
And Harley.
The freaking Joker, baby.
Even though Harley's, like, it's weird, because even in all of the Joker Harley stuff, Joker's always been super fucking toxic.
Oh, of course. I mean...
So this looks like he actually loves her in a way. Like, Joker never really loved Harley. It was more of, get me out of here, do what I need to be done type of thing.
Right, he was sort of using her and manipulating her. That was always like, and she was always infatuated with him.
Yeah.
It was like a very one-way relationship where she was obsessive about the Joker
And he was just like, I know you are. Now go do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one, it
every
seems.
good male-female relationship
No.
should be.
No, don't listen to
What?
him.
What?
Anyways, it just seems like in this one, even in this picture, like he's genuinely like in love with her. And it's weird because it all started with Suicide Squad's Joker. That seemed like he was actually like in love with Harley and not like just a toxic thing. He went to save Harley. Yeah. He went to save Harley and only Harley.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Suicide Squad Joker also showed him like torturing her and driving her crazy and like, you know, I mean, he was very possessive of her, which is why he eventually goes back to save her. But I mean, I think you get that from the comics too. I think, you know.
I always saw it as like Joker being this guy that's like, I'm only using you, never like a kind of I care about you. I want to protect you and being protective
I don't know.
over
I
her
think there
type
have been
of
a
way.
ton of versions of Joker where he's been, you know, genuinely affectionate towards Harley Quinn. I think.
See, I don't think so. I think it's just been like, I'm just using you. I think he uses it as a manipulation tactic where he's like,
I don't know. There are different versions of the character. I've seen versions of the Joker where he's very affectionate towards Harley Quinn. So agree to disagree. But
point is, he's always been toxic. It doesn't matter if he's
probably find comedy. Well, I'm sure he's going to be toxic in this too. I mean, from the trailer, it's very much like a teaser trailer. We see snippets of scenes.
True.
There's nothing in this trailer that says one way or the other exactly.
I like the one scene where Joker's being dragged on the ground and laughing, ha ha ha, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know where this is going, but okay.
The point is, it's going to be interesting one way or the other. It's either going to be interesting because it's a great movie, or it's going to be interesting
because it's a shitty movie.
And there's I wouldn't say a high chance it's going to fail, but there's a medium to high chance that it's not going to pull this off. Like, there's a moderate chance it's going to not pull it off.
I don't think it's going to pull off a musical. I don't know how you're going to do Joker with a musical. How do you pull off a Joker story with a musical?
I wouldn't say it's impossible. I think it'd be interesting because the first one was such a popular movie and that it did so well, and they're really going out on a limb with the second movie. Like, that's something that I think is interesting, is that they're taking a big risk and they're going in a completely new direction.
Yeah.
I think that could be a good thing.
I also like the way she looks in the movie.
I did like we saw a little reveal.
Yeah.
There's a quick glimpse of the new Harley Quinn costume.
Well, you can kind of see it in the eyes right here.
So yeah, the makeup is like it is in this picture that we're using, but you can see a little bit of the blazer, and she's got the checked jacket under the blazer.
The Harley Quinn jacket.
A little bit. You can see a little bit of what is going to be at least one of the Harley Quinn looks. You know, you see in the trailer a lot of the different Joker costumes that they're doing. There are going to be a lot of costume changes, I guess, because there are a lot of different Joker looks just in the trailer. I think you're probably going to see a lot of different Harley Quinn looks too.
I think that first look that we saw in the snippet of the blazer is just like the first beginnings of Harley.
Okay. So you think that they're going to do a little montage to the original Harley Quinn, and then we're going to see her character sort of change.
Yeah.
And we're going to see a lot of looks. So like here in this promotional still that we're looking at, you can see she's sort of got like a very classic white dress type thing.
It looks like they're almost getting married in a way.
And he looks very classical here too. It looks very like, not classical Joker, but very, very, I don't know. They look very sort of like, see, this is what I mean, is that we're going to see a lot of different costume changes, and which it's going to be a musical. So
I was going to say, like in most musicals, you see there's costume changes, and there's always going to be costume changes.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how detached from reality they go, how over the top and sort of um, fantastical this whole thing is. Because it's also going to have to tell a grounded story,
There
I
was
think. I mean, not necessarily, but you would
well,
expect that they're going to tell a grounded story with
it's
all of
probably going
this.
to be like a love story at this point with Joker and Harley. It's probably going to be Harley
Oh,
and
it's
Joker's
definitely going
story.
to be a love story.
So it's going to be Harley and Joker's story. So that's going to be the plot, you know? But what I was going to say was there's a scene in the trailer of them just I know it's supposed to be I know it's choreography because it's very well executed, both of them just kicking their feet in the air at the same time on top of the steps. That looks like it's a straight up dance number that's going to happen.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it's a musical. I'm sure there's going to be several dance numbers.
But what I'm saying with that is there's going to be dance numbers, but also it looks kind of nice. Like, I understand that they're trying to push the envelope with Joker and they're trying to be like, well, let's try and make it a musical. And I enjoy musicals. I just don't think Joker could be a musical, just off the cuff. But I do think with Lady Gaga being Harley, they made a good choice in a singer.
Yeah, I think that she can fit the character pretty well. I think that some of the early stuff in the trailer of seeing her out of costume, where she's in the asylum with Joker,
She did the classic Harley Quinn thing.
that was his thing from the first movie. The gun to the head thing.
Oh,
the
that
thing
was,
he did
yes.
in the first movie.
You're right.
So that scene in particular, yeah, where she does that, she looks like she very much is in this universe and can be this character.
Yeah.
It is like a big reach, like, and I wasn't happy when I first heard this was going to be a musical.
Neither was I, and I love musicals.
I thought that was too different and too strange. But these are the most different, strange characters in all of comic books.
It's true.
So, it'll be interesting to see how those choices play out.
I'm excited either way, but also I'm excited, and also I'm just like I don't want to judge it, but I don't think it's gonna be good. That's just my prediction.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I just like to see movies that are doing stuff outside the box. I think when Joker came out, it was very inside the box. I mean, we had already had Logan.
It's true.
We had already had several of these like grim, dark superhero like
Man of Steel.
reimaginings.
Man of Steel for Superman.
It was definitely more dark than most Superman movies.
Yeah.
But Batman and Superman even more so.
The new Batman.
And then after that was Logan, and then there was there have been a few of these. It's become kind of a cliche, the gritty reboot idea. Especially when it comes to superhero characters. But you're taking a property like Joker that was very much sort of safe in that way and inside the box, and then you're making it you're following it up with something that's very outside the box compared to what the first one was, which I felt like the first one was very sort of safe. Especially after Logan, it felt very safe to do this kind of movie.
I can kind of disagree with that. I think it was not out of the box, but it did talk about mental illness a lot and like Joker's quote unquote illness, like his laughing feature of him.
I didn't think that it was particularly groundbreaking in any particular area. Like, I felt like for a superhero movie, they went grittier and darker than I've seen other superhero movies go.
It's not a superhero. It's a villain.
Well,
He's not a
I just mean
superhero.
I just mean a comic book movie.
Gotcha.
You know? I mean, but for, film in general, like, I don't think it did anything super groundbreaking, but like, for a mainstream blockbuster movie, to have that content, I guess, is sort of outside the box. I feel like, we're talking about two very different things when you're talking about that being, kind of not playing it safe versus this not playing it safe. That didn't play it super safe at the time, but I felt like it kind of did. I felt like it was kind of a sure thing. It was the gritty dark reboot. How many reboots of how many reboots of Batman, have we seen? So this was just another sort of
Again, I haven't
slight
seen.
variation of that. And they keep going grittier and darker with the Batman villains, and the Joker was always the most popular one. To me, it was playing it safe. This, to me, is a very different thing, in that they're taking a Batman villain, and then not just that they're taking a Batman villain, but they're taking this concept that they took in one totally different direction in the first movie, and they're doing something very different with the sequel. So to go from the first movie to part two, again, just very different, very, very new.
I'm still excited for the second movie. Not excited that it's a musical, even though I love musicals. But yeah.
Well, I guess that's all we've got on the Joker, baby.
No.
Part 2. We are interested in this one. We're definitely going to see it, I think.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
When it comes out, we'll let you know the verdict. Was it hot
Or not?
And in the meantime, thank you for tuning in to Cat.
And Woof.
That's me. I'm Woof, and she's Cat.
Correct.
Yes.
Talk.
Cat and Woof talk. Cat and Woof talk. It's Cat and Woof.
Bye.
Comment, like, subscribe. Bye-bye.